What it is, my Tito, Peace and Grease here, bringing you another Warframe vid. And today, we're talking clans. Now, I felt it was important, particularly for the newer players out there, to actually release a brief video discussing the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts of clans, what you should look for, what you should or shouldn't do, things of this nature. So, let's get down to brass tacks. Why even join a clan in the first place? Well, by joining a clan, you get access to weapons, upgrade segments, event mission resources in some cases, warframes, Arcwing units, Arcwing weapons, and so on and so forth. And you can only get access to these by joining a clan. Now, it goes without saying that certainly you could, if you really chose to, purchase these items with platinum, aka real money. If you so choose. However, I live by a simple philosophy where I budget my money, and if I can save my money to buy things that I really want versus things that I need in game, then that's what I'm going to do. So that's really why you want to join a clan in the first place, is because you do get access to all these items in the game without having to buy them. Now, the number one mistake I hear so many new players making, listen, I made this same mistake years ago, well, when clans actually came around, that is. And that was, I don't know what questions to ask, I don't know what to look for in regards to a clan, so to heck with it, I'm just going to make my own. Now listen, you are perfectly well within your right to make your own clan, and I'm not saying that you're not. However, clans are a huge resource sink. Now, just to get the starting room, the small tiny little room, is just an absolute tremendous amount of resources, and that doesn't even cover the labs. And then once you do build the labs, that doesn't cover actually researching the items within the lab. Now, what I'm referring to when we talk about researching the items, when you go to a clan, any of the labs, for example, you're going to notice on some of the items maybe in your clan, you're going to have these little, we're going to call it a crosshair icon on the upper right hand corner. All of these items that have the crosshair icons mean that they have been researched. So if you wanted the dual toxicist, for example, you would just click on it and then replicate that blueprint, and then you could build the dual toxicist in your foundry on your landing craft. Just that simple. But you'll notice that the last thing that my clan has is the HEMA. Each one of these singular items has to be researched, okay? And in order to be able to replicate these items, you're going to have to research them. So in the case of the HEMA, you're going to have to donate credits, plastids, nanospores, neuroids, as well as mutagen samples, which is the one thing that's holding my clan back from actually completing it. In fact, let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to have to start a mutagen sample block party or something to get this done so we can get it out of our hair. But needless to say, that's why I bring up the research items to start with. And it's important to keep in mind that the inventory in these labs is ever increasing. For example, with the last update, we got the Chimera update, actually added 2 new weapons to the dojos, which in this case was the Pup Assist and the Falcor in the energy lab. The Pup Assist is obviously in the bio lab, but needless to say, in order to gain access to those, you're going to have to research them. And then once the research is complete, which takes 3 days, you can then replicate that blueprint and build it in your foundry. All right? So that's why I even bring this up. So even if you do build this small starting room for your clan, this doesn't count all of the labs. And then once you do get the labs built, this doesn't count the actual research for every singular item. All right? So that's why I recommend that if you're a newer player, go ahead and join a currently established clan that already has the majority of the research done, and go ahead and start acquiring all the items through that clan. Be a part of the clan, contribute your resources as you can, and then once you get to a position where you built up a nice little cushion of resources, then you can really decide, okay, now I want to start my own clan. All right, so it's kind of baby steps, as it were, in that regard, where you need to start off small and then kind of build up. Rome wasn't built in a day, as it were. So what should you look for in regards to a clan? Let's say this vid inspired you guys to join a clan, and I've mentioned it numerous times in my other content that you should join a clan if you're not currently a part of one. What should you look for in regards to a clan? Well, there's a couple things you should look for. One of my key things that I would look for, if I were looking for a clan right now, what would be important to me would be an inactivity boot. This is important. Now understand, in most cases, this is not a vindictive thing. Now I'm not going to say that there aren't clan leaders out there that don't use it as a vindictive device, but generally an inactivity boot just serves to allow the leaders of your clan to remove players that just disappear, that aren't playing Warframe anymore. And it happens. Any type of game of Warframe sort has this turnover where you have players come into the game, they spend a couple weeks, couple months, so on and so forth, and they just disappear and they stop playing the game entirely. It happens. And that's why an inactivity boot is so important. The other reason, and what is a direct reason for this, is because of the research requirements. Now, if you have, say, 20 or more players in your clan, and let's say only 16 of them are actually active, well, having 20 people is going to have a higher resource requirement versus a clan with only 6 people. For the same exact item, my resource costs are less. Okay? So the more and more members you have in your clan, the more the resource costs go up. So it's exponential. All right? So this is why an inactivity boot is so important. For example, I ran into a clan leader the other day who refused to boot any inactive players from his clan. Well, whether he knows it or not, he's put an undue pressure on all the players that are currently active within his clan. Because of those members that aren't playing the game anymore, but they're still in the clan, what's happening is they are increasing the research requirements for that item. If he were to boot those members that were inactive, the resource costs for the same items would go down. That's why an inactivity boot is so vital. It's so important. Because you don't want to be carrying a player that hasn't played the game for 187 days, right? The player is clearly that person is clearly not coming back to the game. He's been gone for 187 days. He is not going to be making a reappearance anytime soon. So why should you have to carry him in regards to research costs? It's just not fair. But when I try to explain this to this clan leader the other day, his defense of it was, well, I game with these people in other games quite a bit. They're online friends, so I don't really want to just boot them. Look, I know it's hard. It is. It's tough. I had to personally boot 3 of my own online friends out of my own clan. All right, and that's not me being savage or anything like that. I sent them a message, said, hey, look, are you ever coming back? They gave me some kind of reason. I'm playing another game. I don't know. Maybe. Suffice it to say, their answer obviously was no, probably not. I sent him another follow-up message, said, hey, look, this isn't me being an a-hole, but with you being in the clan but not actually active, you're driving the research costs up for all of us that are still playing the game. So I'm going to remove you from the clan. If at some point you decide to come back to Warframe, let me know. I'll be more than happy to re-invite you. Just that simple. And every single one of my online friends were like, hey, look, it's totally cool. I get it. No problem. So you don't have to be savage about it. You don't have to send them a hateful message or anything like that. Now, again, I'm not saying that there aren't clan leaders out there that don't use the boot feature as a aggressive type of device. Obviously those people exist. So what's another feature that I personally look for in regards to a clan? And what I would recommend is you don't want to end up in a dead-end clan. And what I mean by that is you don't want to end up in a clan that doesn't promote. Again, I ran into another clan leader the other day who refused to promote anybody. Right? He was trying desperately to hold on to that power, and players were messaging him and constantly trying to get a hold of him and try to tell him, we need research done on the 2 new weapons that were added with the Chimera update. We've got, can you please complete it? And that put those players behind by 2 days, actually being able to get those items and be able to start getting the MR for them. All right. So delegating that authority to other players gives the other clan members people to go to. All right, it covers the bases more. For example, I just promoted one of my online friends the other day to Warlord in my clan. He was active in the game. He was participating. He was contributing, which I'll get to that more in a minute. But contributions are a big thing. And so I actually promoted him to Warlord. So now that means that my clan members now have 3 people total they can get a hold of and try to get various issues resolved in regards to the clan. So this is a good thing. My plan is, as long as my members of my clan continue to be active and contribute, eventually they're all going to get their own room, and they'll be able to decorate their own room any way they so choose. All right, it'll be kind of their room. All right. So that's why it's so important. You don't want to end up in what I call a dead-end clan, which is a clan that is never going to promote you. You're never going to be able to put up your own decorations. You're never going to be able to kind of have your own room to kind of decorate how you see fit. And having players that are able to decorate the dojo is going to make them more active in the clan. All right, it's just a natural result. If they're able to jump into the clan and say, well, I want to put this item here or this item there, and I want to build this here, they're going to be more invested in the dojo, in that clan. And so it's a good thing. So don't end up in a dead-end clan. If you have a clan that refuses to promote, it's time that you leave. All right, if there's a ceiling where you'll never be promoted up to Warlord, you're in a dead-end clan. It's time to leave. If you've got, that's just my personal opinion, my 2 cents. But needless to say, I'm hoping that this helps you guys out. One thing I do want to touch on briefly before I wrap this vid up, I should say, is contributions. I run into a lot of players who say, well, how do I know, what needs contributions? Well, there's a couple ways you could go about this. The easy way is you want to locate the vault in your dojo. For example, in my clan, my vault is right here, which looks like a trade post, but with the exception of all the gold trim that's on it. And what I can do is click on it, and I can just donate credits, decorations, resources, so on and so forth, to within this vault, and that way the clan can then utilize it for various types of things. The other way is, if you're not sure what contributions are needed and you want to specifically donate to those contributions, is from the menu you want to click on communication and then clan, and at the bottom right hand corner you're going to see a clan log, and within that clan log it's going to actually list what needs contributions. So for example, Morning Yellow and Hima Research both need contributions. So that's another quick and easy way to tell whether or not which particular items need contributions within your clan. So also, if you're wondering, how do I invite somebody to a clan? Well, all right, few rules. If you're already in a clan, before you join a different clan, you must leave your current clan. So in this case, for example, I would click on communication, clan, and then from this point you could click on your name, and from here you can go to the leave clan tab, and you would then leave the clan. So that's how you would leave your clan. If you want to invite somebody to your clan, for example, this would fall under pending, which obviously I don't have anybody pending. But let's say I wanted to invite somebody to my clan, I would click on friends and then view recent players, and then from here I would click on their name, and then I can then invite them to the clan. And this is sending an invitation to that player and letting them know that they have been invited to your clan. Then you would just go into your menu, and then you would accept that clan invitation. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It sounds more complicated than it actually is. Just kind of one of those things. So hopefully that helped you guys out. Like I said, I wanted to get this brief vid out there for players so that they weren't, if they were really wanting to know kind of the ins and outs and do's and don'ts of clans, how the whole system works. So anyway, if you want to give your clan a shout out down in the comment section, please feel free. If you want to talk about clans, by all means, go crazy. And until next time, peace and grace.